Have you ever wondered why some people in their 80s can still walk steadily every morning, cook meals, and remember the names of all their neighbors, while others, at the same age, feel tired, confused, and stay hidden inside four walls? It's not luck. It's not just genes. The difference lies in habits. Welcome to Life in Words, a place where we walk alongside older adults on their journey to live healthier, more meaningful, and more independent lives. Today, you're about to discover 5 golden habits that can change the way you experience aging. Not with complex theories, but through simple, daily actions you can truly do. You may be surprised by the 5th habit, something so familiar, yet now proven by researchers to be one of the most powerful medicines we can create for ourselves. But before we begin, we'd love to know, where are you watching this from? Please leave the name of your city or country in the comments below. We read every message, because each story helps build a bridge between hearts across the world. And if this is your first time here at Life in Words, please subscribe, not just to follow us, but to not lose sight of yourself on this journey toward a stronger, freer, and healthier life. It's time to write a new chapter, and every new chapter begins with a first step. Habit number 1, walking regularly. If there were a medicine that could help you live longer, sleep better, feel happier, sharpen your memory, and keep your legs strong, would you take it? No prescription, no doctor. That medicine is walking. It may sound simple, but think about this. When you step outside and start walking, you awaken every cell in your body. Blood flows. The heart activates. The mind feels lighter. And most importantly, you're telling yourself, I am still here. I am still living. Research from Harvard Medical School has shown that seniors who walk regularly can lower their risk of heart disease by up to 40%. But that's just the surface. What truly changes happens within. Mrs. Linda, 76, from Ohio, hadn't stepped outside her house in 3 months after her husband passed away. Her knees stiffened. Her sleep was restless. Her chest felt heavy. Her daughter gently said, "Mom, maybe just a 10-minute walk around the block." Linda said nothing. The next morning, she opened the door. The light touched her porch. The breeze brushed her silver hair. She walked. 1 round, then another. Weeks later, she said, "The birds, the flowers, the morning light, they pulled me back from a deep sorrow." And incredibly, her doctor reduced her blood pressure medication after just 2 months. You don't need to walk far or fast. What matters is being consistent. You can start with walking inside your house, around your yard, or even down the hallway. If you worry about balance, use a cane. If you feel tired, break it into 3 or 4 short walks a day. Every minute counts. Walking alone, it's like meditation. You'll hear the wind, feel your breath, and let your thoughts settle like calm water. Walking with someone, it's a beautiful way to reconnect, a chance to talk, to smile, to share silence together. And here's something many don't know. Walking also protects your brain. It boosts blood flow to the hippocampus, the part responsible for memory and learning. Seniors who walk regularly perform better on memory tests and stay mentally sharper. You don't have to be an athlete. You just need to decide to rise. If today you feel ready to start again, gently but meaningfully, comment with the number 1. Let that number be the first step of a new journey. Because every step is a declaration. I choose to live. I choose to be well. I choose to keep going. Now, let's move on to the second golden habit. Because health doesn't only begin with your feet, it also begins with your plate. Habit number 2, eating well. For the young, food is fuel. But for older adults, food is either medicine or poison. Many people assume that feeling tired, achy, forgetful, or unable to sleep is just part of aging. But often, the true cause is right there, on the plate in front of you. Mr. Robert, 79 lives alone in Texas after his wife passed. He ate boxed meals daily, sugary cereal, cold cuts, frozen dinners. When thirsty, he drank soda. He never thought much of it, until he began feeling foggy, bloated, and unstable. His blood pressure was erratic. One day, he joined a free nutrition workshop at the community center. He didn't expect much, but the instructor said something that struck him. We don't age because of time. We age because of how we treat ourselves, day after day. That day, Robert decided to try something different. Unsweetened oatmeal for breakfast, grilled chicken and vegetables instead of fried food, apples and almonds instead of cookies, water and herbal tea instead of soda. 3 months later, his doctor said his blood pressure was more stable. But Robert noticed something deeper. I sleep better. I'm not groggy anymore. It feels like I stepped out of a mental fog. You don't need a strict diet. Just eat simple. Eat real. Eat with awareness. Choose whole foods, the ones with the shortest ingredient list, leafy greens, legumes, berries, healthy fats, salmon, sweet potatoes, whole grains. Avoid the fake healthy ones, processed meats, diet soda, packaged snacks. They create low-grade inflammation that wears your health down over time. Drink enough water. As we age, our sense of thirst fades, but our body still needs hydration. Try 6 to 8 glasses a day. Not a fan of plain water. Add lemon, cucumber, or try caffeine-free herbal tea. It soothes the body and calms the mind. And if possible, cook for yourself. Know what goes into your food. A simple warm meal you make with your own hands feeds more than just your body. It nurtures your soul. Healthy eating doesn't mean perfection. Swap one thing at a time. White bread to whole grain, soda to tea, chips to nuts. Repeat. Let it become who you are. If you're thinking of making just one small change to your meals this week, comment with the number 2. That number is your quiet yes to your own well-being. Next, we'll step into another kind of muscle, the one that too many forget to train: your brain. Habit number 3, keeping your mind active. You used to remember 10 phone numbers by heart, birthdays, favorite recipes, stories from 50 years ago. Then, one day, you forget what you were about to say. You miss an appointment. You blank on a familiar name. Memory doesn't disappear all at once. It fades quietly, like a light dimming when no one flips the switch. But the good news is, you can turn it back on. Mrs. Evelyn, 82, was once a gifted florist in New Hampshire. After her husband passed, she lived in silence, days filled with television, old photo albums, and a growing fog in her mind. She forgot dish names, confused appointment dates, and lost track of what she just did. Then one day, her grandson gave her a Sudoku book. She stared at it for hours, couldn't fill a single box, but something stirred. Curiosity. She tried again. One row, then another. Soon, she finished the entire book in 2 weeks. From that day, Evelyn fell in love with puzzles, mystery novels, and her local senior book club. She started journaling, telling stories, and teaching her grandchildren how to make paper flowers. She said one sentence that stopped everyone in their tracks. "I thought I was fading away. But really, I was just waiting to be awakened." Science backs her up. Reading, writing, strategy games, learning new things, even simple conversations, all help protect your brain. They strengthen memory, increase focus, and keep your mind sharp. You don't need to go back to school. Just stretch your brain a little every day. Try a new book. Write down your memories. Teach someone what you know. Solve a puzzle. Learn a song. Share a story. Call someone and ask, "How was your day?" Even short chats help your mind stay active. Your thoughts stay awake when your words reach out. If you're thinking of trying something new for your mind this week, comment with the number 3. Let that be your spark. And now, let's move from the brain to the body. Because strength is not lost with age, it's lost when we stop moving. Habit number 4, building physical strength. When you were younger, you didn't think about standing up from a chair. It just happened. Natural. Easy. Then one day, you press on your knees. You hold the armrest. You pause to gather strength. That's when you realize something is missing. After 60, we begin to lose muscle. And after 70, it happens even faster. By 80, if you do nothing, you may lose up to half your strength. But worse than losing muscle is losing trust in your own body. Mr. Frank, 80, from Indiana, once slipped while bending to pick up a towel in the bathroom. He wasn't seriously hurt, but the fear stayed with him. He avoided stairs. He hesitated to move quickly. He stopped trusting his legs. His granddaughter, a physical therapist, visited and said, "Your muscles are still here. They're just waiting for you to call them back." She showed him simple exercises: stand up from a chair without using your hands, wall push-ups each morning, heel raises while cooking, march in place, lift your knees slowly, and breathe. At first, Frank was exhausted after just 3 minutes, but he kept going. 1 week, 2 weeks. By week 4, he stood up without needing support. He said, "I feel like I've returned. Not just my legs, my spirit too." Strength training isn't about building muscle to impress. It's about building power to live. To get out of bed on your own, to carry groceries, to reach for something without fear. Just 15 to 20 minutes, 2 or 3 times a week. That's enough. No gym needed. Just a wall, a chair, and a little patience. If you've felt your body getting weaker and you're ready to take it back, comment with the number 4. That number says, "I'm not giving up." Next, we turn to something even more vital than muscle or memory. It's what keeps your spirit alive: connection. Habit number 5, staying socially connected. You can eat right, exercise, drink water, sleep on time, but if your life is silent, your health is still at risk, not because of disease, but because of loneliness. Researchers at Brigham Young University found that social isolation increases the risk of early death, as much as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's not fear, that's fact. Mrs. Margaret, 83, used to light up every gathering in her neighborhood in Maine. But after her husband died, she stopped going to church. She skipped her weekly card games and spent most of her days sitting by the window, eating dinner in silence. A year later, her daughter noticed something had changed. Her mother forgot things, spoke less, smiled rarely. The doctor found no illness, but asked one question: "Did you talk to anyone today?" She hadn't. That's when things turned. Margaret signed up to volunteer at the library, helping kids choose books. She joined a senior book club, and every Sunday evening, she cooked dinner for her grandchildren, even if it was just salad and spaghetti. There was no magic moment, but slowly, the smile returned. Her voice grew warmer. Her eyes lit up again. We humans need more than food. We need faces, voices, hugs, laughter. Even if you live alone, you can connect. Call someone, send a message, join a group, wave to your neighbor, say hello to the cashier, say I was thinking of you. These little things, they feed your soul. Of course, reaching out can be scary at first, but connection is a skill. It grows stronger each time you try. If someone just came to mind, someone you want to reconnect with, comment with the number 5. That's the first step. The rest will come. You've come this far. Now, let's gather everything we've learned and begin writing your next chapter. Let's move to the conclusion. Conclusion. You've just walked through a journey, not only about health, but about reclaiming your right to live fully in your later years. We've explored how to walk with strength, how to eat to heal, how to keep the mind alert, how to rebuild the body from within, and how to keep the heart open to others. None of these habits ask you to be perfect. No one expects you to change overnight. What they need is one thing: intention. A quiet voice in your heart that says, I still want to live better. Aging is not a closing chapter. It's a new beginning, a time to slow down, to go deeper, to return to yourself. You can begin with a short walk, a meal you prepare for yourself, a phone call to an old friend, a book you finally read, or simply standing up tall, looking in the mirror, and smiling at who you still are. The people we admire most in old age are not the strongest or the richest. They are the ones who chose to keep going. They kept learning, kept loving, kept laughing, even when life had tried to close the door. If this video awakened something inside you, please comment below, I choose to keep going. Not for me, but for you. And if you want more messages like this, please like, share, and subscribe to Life in Words. Not to follow us, but to not give up on yourself. Because your story is not over. It's just beginning again.